wonder if you could each just take a moment and talk about the toughest decision you've had to make so that people can really understand what it is governors do every day. What tough jobs there are. I mean, most states don't have deficit financing, unlike the federal government. You have to just deal with realities every single day on your desk. I wonder if you could just each talk about maybe a recent...
Yeah, dealing in reality and legalities every day. And a recent decision that put me again on the outs with the Republican Party up there, but recognizing, and I go back to industry and resource development here, but recognizing that there were environmental standards that were not as high as they should be with some of our resource development projects up on the North Slope, having to sue the oil companies to make sure that they were adhering to law. And then the criticism coming back saying, you're going to drive industry out of this state. You're going to create huge unemployment in this state. And knowing that was rhetoric, that is not what will be the result, but certainly people had something to hold on to criticize and saying, you're going to sue industry that provides 85% of our state's budget and send this message that we're not actually partners with industry. But I'm looking long term. I'm looking at my kids growing up, wanting to provide them opportunities, wanting them to realize clean air, clean water, healthy wildlife up there in Alaska. We got to make sure that we're taking care of that today, which means we got to make sure that the producers of our oil and of our gas are following the law. In fact, we have to beef up and strengthen our environmental laws in Alaska so that we can prove that we have the correct oversight to allow this development to happen. So recently, suing Exxon, suing BP, suing ConocoPhillips, the party leaders
in
don't
California,
like
that would be cause for great celebration. It would probably boost, but in Alaska, we should point out, it's a different deal.
Well, look at the Exxon Valdez oil spill. Happened 19 years ago. 11 million gallons of crude that flowed in our waters after a spill with this tanker, covered 1,100 miles of coastline, decimated fisheries in Alaska, decimated some of our coastal communities. Exxon refusing to pay the punitive damages and they've appealed. Well, the other day, we file a friend of the court brief. 19 years later, the state finally takes a position saying, yes, Exxon, you will pay up. You will help remediate these oiled beaches. The beaches are still oiled, too. You kick over rocks, you see oil. It was from that incident 19 years ago. These livelihoods taken away from so many of our villagers who want to work. They relied on commercial fishing as their work. All that taken away from them. So filing a friend of the court brief there, it puts you on the outs with some in my party, the leadership there again, but it's the right thing to do. Not such a tough call, but a call that opens you up to more criticism, I guess.
And these are the people who write the checks in Alaska.
Yeah, right.
So that's
yeah.